Good evening, Honest Steve, at your service.
At your service. So, glad you're here again.
Yep.
Because we've got a question for you.
I'm excited.
Yes, from one of my female viewers who's grown quite popular with the ladies, I'm discovering.
Don't believe the hype.
So one of the questions is, how can you know he or she, but this is a female, so how can you know he's the one? What qualities should be there and what criteria should be met when it's right?
Oh, this is juicy,
This is a big one.
The one.
This is the one.
Now this is a super-sized can of love worms, isn't it?
So let's just focus on the one. So
the one.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, is there just one?
Oh, yeah. Is there? And what's this whole idea of the one?
Exactly, the one. I don't think there is just one. I don't rise to the idea that there's only one person out there. There is one person out there that is truly our destiny, whether we meet them or not. That there's one person out there that is like destined for us, and if we meet them, then that's it. All angels start coming out of clouds.
That's what we look for, don't we?
We do look
get
for
caught
it.
Up in that.
We do, but I don't believe that there is only one of those people. I do believe that a certain type of person. Now, obviously, this is absolutely custom made for individuals, isn't it? There's no one correct person that's going to fit all. It's not one size fits all. But as any individual, there'll be somebody out there for them that seems to feel like they're one because they just work. It just works. Now, whether that's simply down to that horrible thing I hate, the spark.
Oh, the spark! You hate that.
It's just like, I don't know. Maybe see if we feel the spark.
What's wrong with that?
There's no. It's just the way that I think it's a cop out sometimes.
Really?
I think I'm not saying that it's just. That's just one way of saying whether I think you fit, basically, isn't it?
Okay.
In my opinion,
to looks.
it does though. It does. There's no way if you get along with somebody, say online.
Yeah.
You've never met them, you've got the pictures and you hope that they're real. They're often not. But let's just say the pictures are real, or whatever, and everything's going along nicely. They like what they see about who you are, where you're from, your age, your height, and you get all that out of the way. But then, for whatever reason, it doesn't work out when they meet, and then they'll say, "Oh, I didn't feel the spark."
Yeah, so then it's not based on looks. You've just said that yourself.
But it is.
No, it's no. If you're saying that they look exactly as their picture is online, you know what they look like, so that's straight up, then it is that connection, whatever that means, but it's that.
Well, why do people say that they'll know within 2 seconds or like instantly then?
Because they have an idea of someone. And it has to be based on a fantasy.
Yeah, I still think it's the shaggability. I think this spark is the shaggability factor, as in, but they could actually say, they're not going to say it, and fair enough, you can use whatever word you like. I suppose I've just got like a bee in my bonnet about the spark thing, but realistically speaking, they may as well literally say, when I see you in the flesh, it's whether I want to shag you or not.
You can, but okay, be honest, you can find someone attractive then, but you just think, who is this? But you just don't. You know when you don't click. You might not use the word that you don't like the spark. Okay, click.
I agree, and I've found people attractive, very rarely for me, but I've found people attractive occasionally, and I've known that they're not good looking. Which is really weird.
You've known. Okay.
Yeah, I thought to myself, this person is not particularly. She's not like stunning or anything. She's all right, but she's just got something about her.
See, you've just said it.
Yeah.
The spark.
I don't think it's the spark. We'll see. But
it's not based on looks.
No. The reason why I brought the spark thing up is because I was wondering whether, if there was to be a true spark, as most people would use the term then, if there is to be a true spark, is it that true spark makes them think that person is the one?
Yes. Yes.
So that would lend itself, if my theory is correct, that would lend itself to say, to back my theory up that there isn't just one, because you're going to click or feel that spark with more than one person in life.
Yeah.
It might be that the person is unobtainable, unavailable, what have you.
Yeah.
But they'll still think, oh my God, when it comes to that spark. Even so, we were asked what was needed, what is this one thing. The question was
the notion of there being
the one.
Yeah.
And what does that person? What does that entail? What qualities?
What qualities should there be, and what criteria should be met when it's right?
I don't. Can you really say that there's a set quality or criteria for someone's one? Can you?
For them personally, but not.
Do you not think that only that person can answer that question? Like, I would know. Well, I'd like to think by now I know most of what I would require in my one. But I wouldn't know what other people are going to require in their one, because it's up to them to decide what they are attracted to physically, what they're attracted to mentally, whether they're bothered about whether someone's got any power or means, or whether they've got any money, etc. Because we're talking about a woman here, obviously. She might not give a toss whether he drives a 30-year-old banger and is 5'5", and she might not care. That might be her one.
Yes.
So I'm not qualified to say who's.
That's no good.
I know, but it's a difficult one.
People want answers.
Well, we'd need an example, wouldn't we? Like,
what?
Her. Again, let's just throw something in here that you and I have touched on before.
Yeah.
Do you not think also, going over to this one thing, that what qualities or what the person brings as the one, do you not think that will change depending on the stage of life they're at?
Yeah, absolutely. Completely,
what they think is their one at 20 might be different at 30, might be different again at 40.
Hence divorce, breakup. In relationships break up, those, it's probably more happens more than staying together
again,
these days. For me, it's the whole concept, the whole idea of the one, like you said at the beginning. It's like, if you think this one is going to be forever, I think that maybe that could be a bit naive.
I think it's very naive.
Yeah.
Sorry to be old and cynical on this, but that is super naive, isn't it?
But this is what we're sold in the movies, that whole idea
isn't it?
The one, and then you meet someone, you find them attractive, and I've been through this, my girlfriends have been through the same thing. Is he the one? I need to find out, is he the one? Which I find quite a strange...
I've never found the one.
You've never felt, well, you're not with anyone, you're single, so...
No, but even when I was with them, I knew they weren't the one.
You knew the one, okay, oh God.
I found them, I thought they were great, and they might, they obviously must have ticked the important boxes, but did I genuinely
think... Well, you married one of them.
Did I genuinely... I don't know, did you? Again, I can't remember whether I even had a conversation with myself about the one when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. But it's entirely possible that had I done, I probably would have thought, certainly in the early stages when I asked her to marry me, I probably did think she was the one. I probably, but I don't remember having
that consciously.
No, I don't remember. I just remember that we clicked and that was it. We didn't think it. No real thought went into it. It just worked.
Yes.
So, but for me, I just think, okay, let me try to do some general parameters then.
Okay.
So somebody's one would have to be physically attractive to them, whatever that is. They'd have to be mentally stimulated for them. They'd have to want similar things for the future.
Yeah.
They'd have to, in other words, they'd have to want the same stuff, wouldn't they? They'd have to both agree in terms of where they are in life, what they're hoping for, where they believe, what their trajectory is going to be. Yeah. And I think if all the stars align and they're sat there thinking, if she's sat there thinking, I really, really, really fancy this guy physically, I fancy him. The sex is amazing. He's intelligent, he stimulates my mind. He's always got something interesting to say. He's easy to talk to. I feel he's being honest with me. You know, he's talked about having kids. Like, I want kids. He wants kids. You know, we've both talked about we would like to live in a certain place one day, given, you know, circumstances, and that's presumably what she needs to be looking for. Anybody needs to be looking for in their one.
Exactly. It's just, for me, it's just
compatibility.
Yeah, compatibility. The basics, like you say. It's not just, from my philosophy, it's not just based on feelings and emotions.
No. Because
that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with long-term partnership, if that's what you're looking for.
The practicalities come into it, don't they?
All that, because that is going to come.
Yeah, it might be boring.
Yeah,
but
I know.
It might be boring. It might be boring trying to be practical, but unfortunately,
it is. The electricity bill, the gas bill. You have to think about those things, don't you?
Absolutely.
You've got kids. So you've got to be honest as well. So, because I know, myself included, you get caught up in emotions, and you think they're the one because I feel this way. And then, but when you look at, you know, if everything, like you said, which is what I subscribe to, if everything else aligns, like shared values, you must have shared or similar values.
I didn't find those words, but that's exactly, that's the right terminology. Shared values.
Yes.
Yes, you've already established that you think this person's fit.
Yes. But you have to, that has to be there. But not only that, but in the same order. Because, say for example, she's ready to get married and you're not, but you want to get married. So you both want to get married, but it's not the same time frame. Again.
Or she's thinking, I want my kids young, and he's thinking, well, actually, I want them when I'm a bit older.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not compatibility. That's not shared values, really, is it?
Well, it is shared values in the sense you both want the same thing, but not in the same
time frame.
Not in the same priority.
Yeah, that's it. The priorities are all wrong, aren't they?
So that has to be aligned as well. So it's a little bit more complicated. So again, it comes back to knowing what you want.
Yes.
First of all, knowing what you want,
being very honest with yourself,
really honest with yourself, letting that person know, and seeing whether they match your values in this moment, in this time, right here, right now. Because when I ask married couples or couples who've been in long-term relationships, say, did you ask that question right at the beginning?
Yeah.
Because if you did, highly unlikely you'd be having these problems now, because you would have known whether this person matches you or not.
Yeah.
And I always say to them, ask a really great question to ask. If you met this person, right, and you think, I'm not sure if they're the one, ask yourself, if this person remains exactly as they are, you as you are, nothing changes, would you be happy with that for the next 10, 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
That'll give the answer whether they're the one or not.
That would. We can imagine the wheels turning.
There'd
be steam coming out of the ears. Too much pressure.
Exactly.
Do I really want? I don't really fancy this person now, but actually, yeah, it would. It takes a person of very sound mind, and you need an absolute moment of clarity, don't you?
Yes.
And unfortunately, like I say, you're going to have to be more practical. It's not just about looks, as we've said, because that's going to become less important when the dust settles.
Yeah.
And as far, yes, you need a good sex life, but it's difficult to maintain a busy sex life with one another after when life takes over and you're used to each other and all that.
Kids,
you've got kids and you're tired and all that goes. You've got to, like you say. So you're one, whoever's one we're talking about. You're absolutely right. We said your shared values. You need to find them physically attractive. You need to be sexually compatible. You need
to get on.
You need to get along. So mentally, probably most importantly, you just got to get along with each other.
Yeah.
And you've got to have shared values in the same order.
Yeah.
There's your one.
Yeah.
And there'll be a few of them ones out there.
I like that.
There won't be
There's a few. Exactly.
There won't be just one.
Exactly. So if you're caught up in the idea of the one and that's it.
That's it. They've slipped through my fingers. I may as well kill myself.
Well, that's a serious point, though, isn't it?
It is.
Because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Suicide.
Absolutely. People can believe that they've lost their one. That was it. The one and only chance of true happiness, which everybody wants, whether they admit it or not.
Yeah.
As they've perceived that it's slipped through their fingers, it's never going to be resurrected. It's never coming back.
Yeah.
What's the point of living?
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see the dangers of believing in the one. Yeah. As in that there is literally only one, like you pointed out at the beginning.
I think you'd have to be living in a cave to feel that way, because you meet people in life. I've met people in life who, for whatever reason, have been unobtainable. So they might have been married, perfectly happily married, what have you, but I've been in a position where you know whether you fancy somebody physically straight away, don't you? So obviously I've thought, gosh, she's gorgeous. And then for whatever reason you may have got talking because, you know, I've either worked in the same environment or you've been on, you know, I don't know. And you've just thought they found that they're in, you know, they're on the right level mentally. They've got similar opinions, and you bounce off each other, and the conversation just goes off, and you know, the next thing you know, an hour's gone of your time that you thought was 5 minutes. It's a good sign, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in other words, the conversation flows. You fancy the arse off her. You know, so right, so that, you know, and you just keep and you go away thinking, bastard, why can't I meet someone like her?
It's always the one.
I want that one.
Yeah,
I want that one.
That's the one.
Yeah. And everything, and every time you see her, it's the same. It's just like that is like an electricity, and you just think, gutted, man. Gutted.
See, well, it's got to feel good, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. But that happens more than once in your life. You know, as the years roll by, you know, it can just bang, slap you in the face, and you'll meet people who appear to just be perfect for you. Yeah. Apart from the fact they're unavailable.
Unavailable. So that's the one issue. Yeah.
No, it's funny that, but yeah, I think we're quite right. We've answered the question in the respect that we need your one, whoever you are, needs to be physically attractive, on the right wavelength mentally, and you have to have those shared values in the same order. If you can line all those stars up, I think you've done it, haven't you? You've made it. You've made it.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it. Brilliant. So don't get caught up in the idea that there's just one person. I think that's the significant thing. Obviously, because that could torment, pressure, stress if it doesn't work out. So the idea of just being one person out of everybody in the whole world, you know, that's a painful idea, actually, and that's what causes the anxiety and the stress.
Absolutely.
So if you eliminate that, and like we've already discussed, if all those things are aligned and you meet someone and it works, they're the one. Go for it in this moment, and then see what happens, which doesn't sound very confident, but I think that's realistic and it's real.
If any one of those things changes over the coming years and decades, though, you know, that's the worry. I mean, what you'd like to think, if somebody was truly if you were truly made for each other in terms of, then if your values change, then their values may change as well, in line with, as you both mature and get to a certain time of life and age, you might, yes, your values may have changed, but so may your husband or wife. So, you know. I think that's less likely to happen the older you are. The younger you are, you know, you've still got a lot of learning to do, even if you don't think you have, haven't you? So as always, thank you. You're very welcome. And again, the whole idea of the one, if you're just thinking that there's just one person out there, especially if you're watching and you've just broken up who you think is the one, and you're feeling heartbroken and hurt, what I ask is that you look at the idea that there's more than one person out there for you. Obviously, if you've broken up with someone, it's not going to feel good at the moment, but like we've already discussed, don't despair. There is definitely more than one out there. Just make sure that those particular categories, that even the practical side of it as well as the physical side of it, just make sure that all those ingredients are in place. If you've got all those ingredients, I think your cake will taste just fine. Just have fun. Just have fun. So thank you again. Welcome. And always interesting. See you next time on the next video, but for now, goodbye. Goodbye.